Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Wednesday, January 12th slate of games. I'm really excited to dive into today's slate. I think that we have a very good one, and I'm extremely confident with a lot of my plays. First, we'll go ahead and do a quick recap as of yesterday. Very, very unfortunate day as of yesterday. We had three plays. We had Daniel Gafford over 7.5 rebounds versus Oklahoma City Thunder. Finishes right at 7. They literally, with like 5 or 6 minutes left, he gets his 7th rebound, and then they take him out for the rest of the game, have Trez finish out the game, and it was just very unfortunate. So that one ends up literally right on the hook. D'Angelo Russell over 17.5 points versus the Sacramento Kings. Finishes and cashes right on the hook. He finishes with 18 with like 5 seconds left. It was absolutely insane. I was on the edge of my seat. He took the last shot, and which was crazy because in the first half, he literally had like 13, I think. He had 10 in the first quarter. I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a no-sweat bet. Then at the very end of the game, he has 17 with like 10 seconds left. I'm like, oh, my God, he's actually not going to hit this. And then he actually scored, which was awesome. And then we had Ja Morant under 6.5 assists, minus 145. He has one of his best games all year, so that one was also unfortunate. So we had Ja Morant under 6.5 assists. He finishes with 8, I think. So had a tremendous game from Ja Morant. Nothing you can do there. I'm happy to see it because I did think it was a good game. I actually bet on the Memphis spread, but I didn't make it an official play because I really wasn't sure about it. So we're going to go ahead and hop into these plays. I will say that there is a lot, and I mean a lot of spread picks today, so it's going to be a lot of spreads. But I do have a player prop as well. So first, you guys know I'm a huge Chicago Bulls fan, so first play of the day, we're going to be hammering Chicago +1 versus the Brooklyn Nets, minus 120 odds. Chicago as a home team has been absolutely fantastic this year. They are 13-6 against the spread as a home team. And then against Brooklyn this past year, they've actually been really good as well. They have covered this line in both matchups versus Brooklyn this year, and I know that it's very tough to beat a team 3 times in a row, so if you guys wanted to fade this, go for it. But I truly think that the Chicago Bulls are going to be able to cover again. Brooklyn also has been very, very bad recently, which is shocking, but they have been bad. They have not covered in 7 straight games, so they've just been a very porous team as of recently. And it's not like they haven't been winning games. They just haven't been covering whatever the spread would be. So I do think we see some value from that play as well. And then Brooklyn as a favorite overall, they are 10-23-1. So they have not, anytime that they are a favorite, they have not been doing very well. So that is going to be our first play of the day. Oh, also, if you wanted to just put money line, get a little bit better odds, minus 110 instead of minus 120. Love that play as well. Bulls have been really good as a team to just win outright in general. And you know DeMar, he gets clutch when he needs to be. So if you wanted to throw in the money line, go for it. Our next play of the day is going to be our only player prop of the day. Joel Embiid over 30.5 points versus the Charlotte Hornets, minus 105 odds. I know what you guys are thinking. Over 30.5 points, that's a lot of points, and I know. But the line is so high for a good reason. Joel Embiid has hit this line in 7 straight games, and I don't foresee him slowing down in this one. Charlotte gives up the most points per game to opposing centers in general. And another thing is Charlotte plays at an extremely fast pace. They play at the second fastest pace in the entire NBA, giving the 76ers so many more possessions. And Joel Embiid versus Charlotte Hornets have been very, very good. He has actually hit this line in 3 straight games versus the Charlotte Hornets. So I really like the odds there, and I just don't think that there is going to be anybody to be able to guard him. I definitely don't foresee anybody being able to guard him off that Charlotte Hornets team. He's been on a tear, and I do think he's trying to make a push for MVP, and he's making a very tremendous case in doing so. So that is going to be our second play of the day. Joel Embiid over 30.5 points versus the Charlotte Hornets, minus 105 odds. Our next play of the day is going to be the Dallas Mavericks, minus 1.5 versus the New York Knicks, minus 110 odds. The Mavs, kind of been preaching this recently. The Mavs have been really good as of recently. The Mavs have covered in 4 straight games outright, and then on top of that, they have been 7-3 in their last 10. So really good against the spread in their last 10 games. 70%, I will definitely be taking my odds with that one. And the Dallas Mavericks, since this game is only a -1.5, and so it's pretty close to the money line. Dallas is on a 6-game winning streak, and they've beat some pretty solid teams in that meantime. They have beat my Chicago Bulls, which broke my heart because the Bulls were on a pretty good streak. They've also beat Golden State Warriors, who have the best record in the entire NBA. Or actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be pretty close with that Suns team. But regardless, Golden State still a very good team, and they beat the Denver Nuggets, who they obviously have Jokic, so that's a pretty tough task to be able to beat there. So they beat some solid teams, and Dallas on the road has been tremendous this year. They are 12-9 against the spread as a road team in general. And when they are favored as a road team, which obviously in this one they're -1.5 versus the New York Knicks, they are 6-3 as an away favorite. So pretty good value there. They do cash 67% of the time as an away favorite, so I'm taking my odds. And New York Knicks, well, in front of their home crowd, anytime that they are underdogs, they pretty much let the crowd down because they are 1-4 against the spread as a home underdog, and I don't think that's going to be stopping anytime soon. Now, I do know Porzingis is out, so that could definitely take it into consideration. But I just personally think that this Dallas Mavericks team is starting to come together, and Luka is starting to look like his true Luka form. So that is going to be our third play of the day. Dallas Mavericks -1.5 versus the New York Knicks, -110 odds. Our next play of the day, or our final play of the day actually, is going to be the Utah Jazz -6.5 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers -105 odds. I know at the beginning of the year, we were hammering Cleveland almost every single time that they played, but I just don't think we're going to be doing that. The Cavs have been looking pretty bad as of recently. They have actually covered in just one of their last 8 games, and I know that they're dealing with a lot of injuries, dealing with a lot of protocols, stuff like that, but they have covered in just one of the last 8 games and in just 2 of the last 10. So realistically, they have just struggled in their last 10 games, and they have really just had a hard time since they've lost Ricky Rubio, and since they've lost Colin Sexton, they've been able to do without him, but Ricky Rubio has been a really tough fall for this team. And the Jazz, on the other hand, historically against Cleveland, they've been really, really solid. So they have covered in 5 of the last 7 games versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And on top of that, one of the games that they did cover, or that the Cavs covered, they did have Ricky Rubio, and that was earlier this year when they were absolute wagons on an absolute hot streak. And I just don't really foresee that happening anymore. So, especially with no Ricky Rubio. So, with that being said, that is going to be our final play of the day. The Utah Jazz -6.5 versus the Cleveland Cavaliers -105 odds. So that is going to do it for me today. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. We are on the road to 1,500 subscribers. We are on the road to 1,500 subscribers, just straight up. I would love to be able to hit that by the end of the week, and I definitely think we can. I do just need your guys' help with it. Also, you guys are going to see some new editing just around the edges here and stuff like that. That is going to be done by one of my good friends. His name's Seth. He does have his own YouTube channel. He is planning on starting it up again at some point in the near future. It's called Nosebleeders. So if you guys do want to check it out, it's kind of like a talk show of all of the picks that he likes for the week, and then in just the NBA, NFL, NCAA, a little bit of everything, and he does make it extremely entertaining. So make sure to check him out. I'll link him down in the description down below. But we had a rough day yesterday. We had a rough day the day before, but we had a tremendous week last week, so hopefully we can turn it around today. I really like my plays. I think that they're very solid. So make sure you guys drop a like for good luck. Subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. This is King Sanders signing out. Peace.